Hi, and welcome back to Shawning Around. I am in Los Angeles right now. I just got to the Marriott for the Los Angeles airport. I flew this afternoon from Kansas City to Los Angeles on a Spirit Airlines flight. I was able to purchase for $24, and it was an interesting experience. I will go through a little bit of what it was like to take the flight this morning, and show you a little bit of my experiences, and then take you around a little bit to show you what LAX is looking like right now. Actually got upgraded to a room with a balcony when I got here, as well as getting upgraded on my flight. So upon arriving this afternoon, I got there a little bit late due to getting lunch with my friend who was taking me to the airport, and was a little bit shocked to find that the line at the airport was actually pretty long. The last time that I was there, about a month ago, I was able to walk right through, although it was very early in the morning and not in the afternoon. So it was probably about 20 or 25 feet deep. The stanchions only came out maybe about, well, there was only 3 check marks on the stanchion, so 20 feet. And then the line stretched back further beyond that, meaning that people weren't really socially distancing in any meaningful way before they got to the stanchions, except for me. And even when I did that, like, some people started to try and get in front of me in line because I had created a gap. Um, but I made it through with plenty of time. I got to my gate. The gate area was spread out fairly well. Our flight today was not completely full. It looked like they were not selling middle seats at all, and the exit row was completely empty. So I was moved to an exit row by myself, which had lots of leg room and was really comfortable. And overall, I would say that my Spirit flight was a lot safer and more enjoyable than the American Airlines flight that I had taken from Cancun back to Kansas City a month ago, where they were selling to 100% capacity. There was really no in-flight service as well. On the Spirit flight today, Spirit doesn't give you anything complimentary, but if you wanted to make purchases, you were able to do that on the flight. It was a smooth flight. We got in early to LAX, which is always nice. LAX was a strange experience. Anyone who has flown in or out of LAX knows that it's usually a madhouse. It was mostly empty today. I would say that LAX felt as empty as the Kansas City airport did today. Most of the shops and restaurants were closed in LAX as well. The sidewalks were pretty empty. It really did not feel like a major hub airport, like the second busiest airport in the United States today, in any meaningful way. The security lines were almost a ghost town. It was an interesting experience walking through there. Here at the Marriott at the airport, they have closed down all their restaurants. You can place to-go orders right now and pick it up and take it back to your room. The pool is open, but they ask that you wear a mask if you're not actually in the pool. I kind of peeked out my balcony, and it doesn't look like people are doing that or anyone is enforcing it, but that's what they're asking you to do. And they said that they're planning on opening the bar at 5 p.m. So we might go down and get a drink and see what that is like as well. But I'll show you around a little bit what the hotel room is like now. I was able to book this as a hot wire hot deal for $68. I selected the option where the hotel gets to pick the room for you, and it is going to be just fine. It will be everything that I need for my layover tonight. I'm catching a flight tomorrow afternoon to Guadalajara that we paid or I paid, I think $65 for. So we'll be exploring Guadalajara for a couple of days, and then we will be going on to Cancun, where we will be exploring southern Quintana Roo. I will be renting a car and kind of going down almost to the Belize border, and then working my way back up to Cancun, exploring some of the cenotes and things around Cancun. So that's a little update on what you can expect. If you would like to see my blogs and what's going on in and around Mexico, please subscribe. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Hi, I am coming to you from the Los Angeles International Airport in the Thomas Bradley International Terminal. I'm sorry if the quality on this isn't as good as normal. I have already had my first mishap of the trip, which is my tripod fell out of my backpack on the airport shuttle on my way to LAX this morning. I had a 24-hour layover here in LA. I had considered perhaps trying to just stay in the airport for that 24 hours. I ended up finding a room at the Marriott LAX for $80 with all the taxes and fees, and so for that price I jumped at it, and I am now realizing why it was so cheap, and it's because LAX is an absolute ghost town. I will kind of show you around the international terminal. I had intended to sort of make this video about what is open in LAX, but the only thing that is open is Panda Express. So that's pretty much a Coach store looked like it was half open, and Panda Express. So you don't have really any dining options. I'm in the big seating area where you go to wait for the bus to take the bus to your plane, and there's nobody in here. There are a lot of good places around the airport where you could set up and sleep overnight right now. None of the lounges are open, so that makes it a little bit more difficult, but P.F. Chang's is closed, and it looks like there were some nice benches where you could stretch out and it would have been dark. It's still an airport, so it's still going to be a bit noisy, but there were benches all over the place that were open. I'm here. I've been here for the last couple of hours between noon and about 2:30, and there just are not any people here, hardly at all. There's a lot of open spaces and a lot of places where you could set up and stretch out, and probably, if you had some earplugs, get some decent rest. But given how cheap the hotels are, because there's nobody here, coincidentally, at the best time to stay in an airport is also the best time to not stay in an airport and to just get a hotel. I am flying Volaris for the first time. I'm interested to see what that experience is like. I just walked through the gate area, which is not much of a gate area, but to be expected. Volaris is a budget airline in Mexico, and we are flying from LA to Guadalajara. It's about a 3-hour and 15-minute flight. So I expect it will be much like the budget airlines in the US. I flew Spirit from Kansas City to LA yesterday on a ticket that I found for $24, and it was fine. For 2.5, 3 hours, you get a seat and you get to your destination, and you don't get much more, but what more do you really need or want? So that's the situation here.